And we're back on Top Dogs. But before I start today's discussion, I wanted to let people know that, yeah, I was not on last week's episode because I wasn't feeling that great. Second of all, to the person, I read your comment, named Fuzzy, right? Yeah, I like the fan art. So today's topic
I saw you ask the question.
Yes, I did. I wanted to point that out.
See my art.
Yeah, I saw the art. Don't forget about that. I did see the art. It was pretty good. You draw way better than me. I can only draw stick figures.
I can draw for the life of me.
Yeah. So today's topic is about music. So I wanted to point out that Stream, you were born in 1991.
Yes.
Whiplash was born in 1995. I was born in 1996. You grew up in the early stages of when Metallica was huge. You also was growing around when grunge rock music was becoming more popular than hair rock and roll.
Yeah.
So you grew up listening to Nirvana, Alice in Chains.
Actually, when I was a kid, I was more listening to techno. What we know is now we don't really call that anymore. But what I used to listen to was techno. The song "Children," which is a very old song. I think it's like 25 years old now. I still love it. I didn't listen to a lot of like those groups of music, but though me was a mix and match of pretty much everything. Like whatever was popular at the time. I remember at school we had a radio and the students would bring CDs and mixtapes and would just put music. So I probably heard some of that music. I don't know the groups. I can't really tell you the name or the artist necessarily, but I'm like, yeah, I remember that. And I can sing some part of it. So I would not be a really good reference for this type of music back in that area.
You would know more about tape recorded music or vinyl scratches more than Whiplash did.
Oh no, it would be cassette tapes. Was more of my thing. We did have vinyls, but it was mostly cassette tapes. I was at the beginning where CDs were getting. Yeah, I remember when I was younger, CDs were starting to get really popular, and my mom would put music in the radio all day long, and she loved to listen to 70s and 60s music and disco. So that's most of the stuff I grew up with for some reason.
Cities at the time were very expensive, but when the time you were just a kid. When me and Whiplash grew up, it was starting to become more cheaper.
Yeah. What, for city stuff?
No, CDs.
Oh, CDs, yeah. I grew up burning CDs, honestly. Like, burning music onto CDs. Because I used to go to school with a Walkman, if anyone knows what a Walkman is. It's just a portable CD player. They were expensive back in the day. Like, they were probably the same price as what an iPod is now. Or, do we even have iPods anymore? Does Apple even sell iPods?
I think they stopped. Good question.
Because they're kind of irrelevant now.
2 or 3 years. Yeah, nowadays they're just iPhones. They just get an iPhone. Yes. My nephews, they all got iPhones as their portable media players. They don't even have a SIM card in it. They just use it for Go Facebook. It was basically an iPod Touch. I don't know if they still make the iPod Touch. They made it 3 years ago, I'm pretty sure, but I don't know if they stopped.
I just remember seeing one, at all. I can't even think of seeing one in, a Walmart or Best Buy or Sam's. I don't remember. But I used to have one. I got my first one back in 2010, and I filled that thing up with music. Now, we're speaking of music. See, I grew up listening to 60s, 70s, and 80s music, and it's just a bunch of different genres. And 90s, by the way. I listened to every single generation. I didn't get into techno until recently, past 4 years. I've been listening to electronic music much more than I used to. But growing up with Def Leppard, Metallica, Judas Priest, AC/DC, Michael Jackson, just all of them. The Beatles, the wide range.
I love the Beatles. That was good.
I grew up listening to rock music and metal, so I was a big fan of and I still consider him the living king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley.
Ah.
And I had to
I can sing a
represent
few
my
songs.
state from Tennessee because he had a house there in Memphis, Tennessee, so Tennessee represent. So I had to respect him for that. And I'm a huge fan of Elvis. I like some of his newer stuff from the 60s and 70s. It would also surprise me when I was watching the Elvis movie, and I was watching it with a group of friends, was that they heard the song Viva Las Vegas, but they didn't know it was from Elvis, and I was like, wow. Then there was, if I go further down the future, an artist I listened to, and that was the Beatles, Jimi Hendrix, Black Sabbath, Guns N' Roses, Metallica, all the rock and roll bands I can think of. I like some pop artists. Me personally, I like Prince more than I did Michael Jackson. That's just me.
I didn't listen enough to Prince. I wish I did.
Who sung the Safety Dance? I love that song.
So here's
like
what's like all these artists, I've heard about them, but I've never like actively listened to them, but I heard them in the background going to a shopping mall or friends putting it on. For me, on my end, when I was young, I really enjoyed listening to Sum 41, Blink 182, what is the other one? God damn it. Green Day, that was another one I really liked.
Green Day
AFI
at that time.
System of a
Weezer.
Down. Really like that. Really like that.
That's great.
Yeah.
Weezer,
Billy
Slipknot.
Talent, probably my all-time favorite. Billy Talent, I still listen to it today. I've actually made it discover. My husband didn't know about Billy Talent, and I listened to his music style. I'm like, you're gonna love this. I can't believe you haven't heard it. And since then, he's completely hooked on it. He loves it. Listens to it very often.
Is there any modern artists that you guys like today? Let's start off with Whiplash. Any modern artists that you like that are still playing today?
You mean like from like when I was born, or like
No, I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about
Robinson.
the ones that Robinson. Yeah,
Yes.
it's a good one.
I love.
There's a lot of EDM artists I love listening to, but Porter Robinson is like when I first started playing Forza Horizon 1, his song Language is the main.
Yes.
It's the menu music for Forza Horizon 1, and it paints a beautiful picture of the game, and it hooked me before I even got into the game. I was like, this is going to be great.
Oh yeah, I love Porter Robinson. He's made a few songs that I really enjoy.
What's that one with that animated music video? God, what is it? The one is really sad. Like, God, it almost made me tear up. Trying to remember what it's called. Porter Robinson. Give me a second. I know I have it on here. I bet you have
Do you want
Maddie
me
on
just to
too.
ask him the question while you think about it?
Yeah, go ahead.
What was your favorite
probably
modern artist today?
Modern artists, I gotta say, one of my all-time favorite is Above and Beyond, which is a very old group that started doing techno music, and they actually had partitions. They would write like music sheet, but doing electronic music. Nowadays, it's more modern, but they still have shows nowadays. They have the group therapy radio that I love listening to. Every time I need to relax or do anything, I just love this type of music they do. And they got like a bunch of partner artists. But I also really enjoyed Owl City, which made Fireflies. And I was listening to their albums before Firefly was really popular. I've been listening to them for the first 4 or 5 albums. Which was probably 4 or 5 years before it started being popular. The lyrics are kind of funky. They don't make a lot of sense, but they're easy to remember. They're fun to sing. So, yeah. And Coldplay is another one I really enjoyed as well.
Coldplay is a good one too.
I found it. It's Shelter. It's called Shelter.
Ah, yes.
Yes, that one is. If you guys haven't watched it yet, just if you don't like the music, just watch the video. Like, honestly, it tells a story so well in 5 minutes, and it's so sad. Like, if the gist of the story is pretty much, I think the moon gets out of its orbit and literally is aiming towards Earth to crash into it, and this father is a scientist and built a rocket for his daughter to fly up into space to save her.
Aww.
And pretty much the entirety of what she sees is she's hooked up to a machine, and the visions are like inside her head, and then she's seeing everything, and we're like reliving her past. And pretty much, she's the last human being in existence because everyone on Earth died. Because when the moon collided with it, it just exploded. It's so sad. But it's so good, though, too. It really will tear you up. And right now, I think it's, from what it says, it's sitting at 72 million views. So it's definitely one of those songs. Also,
I think
another good one.
I got a question that I'm going to ask later for everyone. I have a good.
Okay.
I just had an idea about something. Go ahead.
Gotcha.
Fiction, what's yours?
All right. Mine is Greta Van Fleet. I'm not sure if you heard of them.
Say that again.
Greta Van Fleet.
No.
They are a rock and roll band. They sound like, the singer sounds like Axl Rose, but the band sounds like Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
It's a very
that
young
mix.
band. If you want, you can look it up at your own time. Just look up Greta Van Fleet. My favorite song by them is When the Curtain Falls, and their singer is really, really young. Oh. I wanted to ask one question. What do you think is the most overused song in rock and roll that is played constantly? Let's start with Flash, because I think he has an answer.
I have two. The one you hear the most, I feel like I hear the most, is Freebird by Leonard Skinner.
I love Freebird.
What is
What
that
is
again?
played so
Can you
much?
just sing? Okay, I'm gonna ask you to sing like 2-3 seconds, just because I know the song, but I don't know the names most of the time.
Okay, here's what I hear the most. Like, when it comes to rock and roll, I hear Freebird a lot. Out of classic rock and roll stations. I hear, God, is it? There's a few from, like, the Avenged Sevenfold you hear. You hear, Hail to the
Not
King.
Nightmare. Hail to the King, yes. I think I hear too much. It Smells Like Teen Spirit. I hear that song too much.
Yes, that one is, like, overused a lot. And you hear the, what's the uncut abridged version that Kurt Cobain did with God, what's it called? Acoustic guitar. It's used a lot on radio. It's like goes memories, yeah, memories.
I don't know that one.
Oh, okay. Well,
Doesn't ring a bell for me.
I think
I run on 3.5-inch floppies on my memory, man. I remember everything. It just takes a while to recover the data. That's the issue.
you're good. You're
Same.
good.
Oh my god.
Same. I run on like
ridiculous.
same. I run like a 512 megabyte like little hard. Whatever those things are called.
Magnetic
Yeah, it was-
tape drives.
Yeah, but yeah,
Exactly.
Smell Like Teen Spirit was my choice. Yours is pretty good. The Hail to the King one was a good one as well. If I was to pick another one, it kind of varies because I don't know. If you ever listen to Michael Jackson songs, some of them are considered rock and roll, like Beat It.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, beat us. Well,
one.
you had Eddie Van Halen for it, of course. You get the best.
Oh.
You get the best guitar player to play in Evan. Yeah.
All right, now let's go back in the past. So, as most people probably don't know, rock and roll music was made between country and the blues. The blues was made popular by the African American culture. And the country was, country music in the South. So, when Elvis Presley came to the world, he mixed them together, which made rock and roll. Now, I want to give you a test. So why did the media not like Elvis Presley?
Because his dancing recalled the devil. Because those shaking he was doing was too much.
It was
And
the
they-
gyrating. Yeah.
I mean, that and at the time, at the time, didn't like media and like Christians called rock and roll the devil's music, right?
Yeah.
They still did
Well,
in
they
the
said
80s.
that about disco. They said that about disco as well.
Look, Earth, Wind, and Fire though is the shit. To be honest.
Another good example of people saying this the devil's music was when Motley Crue came out with an album, Shout at the Devil, and the media was giving them crap for them. But they were saying not shout with the devil, shout at the devil. Just people twisting the words.
Oh yeah, that's what happens with media. They misinterpret what they're saying, so they can get a bigger story out of it.
Yes, that's what they do. And Elvis Presley was also when he couldn't handle not moving the way he did, he was actually getting canceled when he couldn't take it anymore. They did cancel him. He was the first victim of cancel culture.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I do have quite a background with rock and roll, actually. I used to do professional. I used to do acrobatic rock and roll, and I used to do professional competition with my sister when I was very young. Ooh. So there's a lot of rock and roll music that I can recall. Shock to the System is a good one. 99 Luftballon is another one that we would dance to as well.
I love that one.
It's considered now an Olympic sport. It's really intense. Like, you take your partner, you throw them in the air, they do backflips. I wasn't strong enough to throw my sister in the air, but we do a couple flips and turns and stuff. But yeah, there's I think rock and roll is probably one of my childhood music I heard the most, just because of the sheer amount of practice doing it for 3 years.
I would say with my connection with music, it's on a deeper level than most people because I grew up in the music city. Because I have but that's just a personality trait. I love music with a passion more than most people. And usually the people that have that passion are already in the music industry, doing things in their career with it. And I always try to understand why they wrote the songs and what their meaning was behind it, stuff like that.
So you go in depth in the song. Yeah, you just don't hear it. You analyze and you try to understand what is going on. The meaning of every lyric. I understand the depth,
and I understand the deep meaning behind the melodies they use, because melody also sets the tune or the feeling of the song.
True.
And also, if people do study music, there's different tones you can use. Another good song. Oh, if you were to recall, if I'm going to go back to, I know I keep using Elvis, but he was the reason why a lot of things happen today. Because of his gyrating, his leg movements, he's the reason why twerking exists.
Oh boy, it was the bass, the thing that started it. Oh no.
Yeah, he's the one who made what it is today.
It's funny, even though twerking didn't become popular until 2010, 2011.
Yeah.
I remember hearing it like a Little John song back in 2001, Get Low.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Dylan Francis, Get Low when the whistle blows. Do 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 do.
Exactly.
What do you think? No, you're good. You're good.
It's a good song, though.
It is a good song. What do you? But if we were to, not to really be mean to anybody who makes music in the industry, well, maybe just a little bit. Who do you think is the most douchey music artists that you guys have came across, based on not from what people say, but from your own perspectives and what you have seen? Have you seen these artists and stuff like that?
But I mean, what that means, we have to look at other people's views to actually meet them, because technically I don't think any of us have met them personally. But from what people have said, God, who was it? There was one. Can't remember his name. God, who was it recently who was doing a concert? And I'm not sure if it was people.
We had Rammstein in Montreal recently.
Rammstein's good though, and he's not a douche. I was talking about was it Travis Scott? No, it wasn't Travis Scott. Who's the other one?
I was thinking you were thinking of a rapper that was being a douche to Corey Taylor, the band of Slipknot. It was I think I know. He was also a douche to Eminem.
You talking about Machine Gun Kelly?
Yeah, he's a douche. I'm not gonna deny that.
Well, it's not that. It's another rapper who was doing a concert, and there were people passing out in the audience because they were dehydrated or they were drunk as hell and just passing out. And they were trying to get ambulance or people medics. I can't remember what their name are. They were trying to get people into the actual area to get those people out of there, and they would not stop the concert for anything. It was on news for a while. I think it was in May. Happened back in May. But usually most people who actually do, or who most artists, usually if they see something going on, they'll stop the entire concert so those people can get the help they need. And he saw people were in the crowd were telling him to stop playing. but he wasn't. Can't remember who it was. Was it Travis Scott? It was someone. It was a rapper. Is all I know.
Well, I know another douchey, kind of a baby music artist, Axl Rose. He was a big baby.
Oh yeah, he was. That's why they broke up, because he could not get along with the rest of his band.
Slash was just dealing with it. Slash is a great guitar player. He's a legend.
Oh yeah.
Now, Axl Rose was a big baby, and if you ever seen some of his temper tantrums, I remember one time I saw a video where he was pointing at a fan that was recording him, and he was demanding security to take his camera away from him. And they wouldn't.
Why?
So they. And then
Really?
he's like, and then I quote Axl Rose, "I'll take it, goddammit." He literally dived at the guy, and then he tried to punch him. And then as soon as he got back up, after all that commotion, he went back on the stage and he said, and I quote, "Well, thanks to the lame ass security, I'm going home," and slams the mic.
Wow. Okay.
That's a big baby.
Not very professional when you have a fan base and you're offering a show. Like, you're expected to deliver something, and you can't just leave like that just because your ego was hurt or whatever reason it is. I think it makes no sense. It's not respectable.
That was a long time ago. I'm not sure if he's the same person he was before.
Oh, everybody can change.
I think he is.
I believe that. Takes a lot of time and effort.
If there's any good artists that you like that you think are good people, generally have a good art.
The thing is, I don't know them enough to be able to tell. Trying to think about it. Oof. People that give back to their communities, to the community. Good question.
I would say.
Doesn't Post Malone do a lot of stuff like that?
Post Malone, I think so.
Post Malone seems like a really chill guy, honestly. He seems just down to earth.
Now I can tell you a couple of things about Post Malone because there's somebody I know within my family that works close with the people that are very close with working with him. It's a little bit of a interesting story, to say the least. It's not so much bad or good. That's what I'm saying.
Just things happening.
Did he do a lot of drugs like most of them do?
No, he was drunk off Bud Light, but he had to perform on the show. But he couldn't because he was drunk. So they had to come up with a solution. So they did. They stuck an IV needle in it so he could get that good H2O so he can sober up.
Oh my god.
Perform.
You know what? It's a solution. It works.
It works.
Yeah, I mean, you need to rehydrate yourself.
And no offense, Post Malone. I just know somebody though. It's no offense if you ever see this video. I do respect what you do.
I mean, he's just having a fun time, honestly. He's just partying.
I'm pretty sure he is.
Yeah, well, I mean, these artists, they go through a lot of pressure and stress. It's okay for them to relax and, lose it sometimes. I mean, I think it's understandable. Just don't destroy yourself, please.
Also, so I was right. I looked it up. It was Travis Scott who did that entire situation with the audience. The other person I was thinking was Kendrick Lamar, but Kendrick Lamar is also really good.
I have a question for all of you guys. I'm wondering, what is the song and video clip that made you the most emotional? You watch the video clip and you break down, or close to it.
I'm not really sure if it's a music video, but I know a song.
It could be a song. Whoa, tracker.
I think your tracker broke.
Talking about music videos?
I never have tracker issues. What the hell happened?
I'm just gonna say
it's great.
Okay, let me tell you something. You are now experiencing the Conrad curse.
Yeah, it's passed on to me. It's passed on to fiction. Now it's your turn. Welcome.
Well, for some reason, my right hand disconnected, and right now it's not tracking. We're having a technical difficulty. Please stand by.
Every week we have
Conrad, if you do see this video, look what you did to the poor stream.
No, it's not his fault. But I was gonna say Porter Robinson's Shelter for sure. Porter Robinson's for Shelters for sure. Like that. Every time, even though I've seen it multiple times now, it still gets me like teary eye every time I see it.
I would say for me, it is "Stairway to Heaven" by Led Zeppelin.
Oh, a bit of drift.
Me,
I'm good.
Me, my personal would be Owl City, and the song name is "This Isn't the End." I broke down while I was driving at work when I saw the video clip. I felt really related with the story with a little girl. So yeah, I can keep it at that, or I can get more in details, but it's not happy.
Okay, so now I have another question. I want you each to name an icon from the music industry they're well known for their work. Now I know you guys are gonna name the obvious ones, so I'm expecting someone to say the one that starts with an M.
Nicki Minaj? No.
Oh God.
That's an N. I said M.
M. Okay.
Like who? What? Madeon?
No, you know what I'm talking about.
Metallica?
Nope. But so as soon as we're not naming individual
Obviously,
bands.
I don't know.
We're naming individuals. We're naming individuals, not bands. Icons of the music industry.
Madonna.
And that's a good one. Mine is Michael Jackson. Go.
Yes.
And whoever can't guess the next icon, well, I want you to go board that camera.
Vor that camera. Vor the one to do every single time we do this.
Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus.
It doesn't have to start with a name. I'm just saying name icons in the music industry.
I mean,
Led Zeppelin, Def Leppard,
AC/DC. Well, don't name them all one at a time. I want to see if you can keep going. This
Beatles.
Pink Floyd. Not two.
Beatles.
No. You don't say multiple choices. Go one at a time. We go in a circle. I want to see if anybody can keep going. No, you're good. Mine, Freddie Mercury.
Ah, yes.
Your turn, Whiplash.
Are we talking about singers now, or are we talking about the band still?
I said icons, like music individuals, not bands.
Oh, well. What's his name?
Yes, the thing.
No, John Lennon. There we go.
John Lennon, a good one.
Yep.
And it could be also. It doesn't have to be singers. It can also be other instrumental players.
Ooh, I have one.
Or instrument players, yeah. Okay, go. You got one?
No. Instrument players?
Flea. Flea is the bass player from Red Hot Chili Peppers. Flea. Great bass
I don't know
player.
the names of the members of the bands.
B.B. King.
B.B. King's a good one. Little Richard. Tutti Frutti.
Eddie.
On you.
Eddie Van Halen.
Eddie Van Halen.
I feel stupid. I don't know any of these people.
It's okay.
Axl Rose. Or not Axl Rose, but
Slash.
God, what's his name? Yeah, Slash.
Okay. Gene
Jimi
Simmons.
Hendrix. I mean, Jimi Hendrix is
Mick Jagger?
Like, even though Mick Jagger. Oh, yeah, true. Oh God, why were people's names so cool back in the day? Like fucking Mick Jagger. Like that is a badass last name. Why can't we have something like that?
Oh my God. Sorry, I swear again. What is Rocket Man? Rocket Man.
Oh, Elton John.
Yeah, Elton John. There you go.
I'm a Rocket
Elton
Man.
John. Eminem and Elton John's, they're like BFFs.
Which is kind of cool, honestly. What's his other name?
I love Eminem as well. Big fan.
Ringo Starr.
Ringo Starr's a good one.
Ringo Starr, MS Paint.
Prince,
Look it
definitely
up.
one of them.
You'll be entertained.
Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney. Mm-hmm. The Jackson 5.
Well, that's not 5 people instead of 1. Yeah, let's say that's not individuals.
I know. I'm trying to think. Kirk
Shakira
Hammett.
had a good part in parties.
Kirk Hammett was the lead guitarist in Metallica.
Are we still talking about rock? Because I was gonna say.
No, it doesn't have to be rock.
I'm off subject.
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre. That's a good one. Oh,
Snoop Dogg.
dang! Now you
honestly.
Snoop Dogg, also a legend. 50 Cent.
Exactly. Yeah. Honestly, all rappers are usually by themselves, so technically, it's kind of a.
Oh, and then Tupac. Tupac's definitely.
Oh yeah, Tupac is the legendary rapper with Dr. Dre.
Current favorite rapper right now.
Mine's Kendrick Lamar. Like I love Kendrick Lamar, honestly.
Lil Nas X right
really?
now. High praise. I mean, the gayer he gets called out, the gayer he makes his next video clip. I'm like, you want to call me gay? All right, I'll show you what's gay. And then he keeps getting called gay. He does it even more and more intense. I think he's the first
what's great.
Native Black American rapper to be openly gay. You know, a lot of people came out as gay, but in the rap world and the R&B, it was still like very underground. But he's the first one to like fully come out and like assume it 100%. High respect for the guy.
Oh,
his music is good.
Point this out.
Yeah, of course.
Hey, Lil Nas X, if you do see this video, I know you're secretly a furry. I saw you buy that plushie on Twitter. You bought that Sonic Fox plushie. I saw that.
I mean, maybe.
Nothing wrong with that.
Furry.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that at all.
Eazy-E. Eazy-E is another one.
Who was I thinking about? Oh no. God. The mind is gone.
Easy. Ice Cube?
Damn it. Well, I mean, Ice Cube, yeah, but he doesn't rap anymore.
Yeah.
Like, Today is a Good Day is like the one song I know by him.
Think of another one. Oh.
Man.
Name music artists that were taken from us way too soon.
Juice WRLD.
Presley.
Elvis Presley, he lived up till 42. Yeah, that's good. That's a good one as well.
I mean, Madonna is what, 65?
This one's
amazing.
His ex-wife is still alive.
I still have like questions on Madonna's because during the pandemic she was what was that one thing they had like celebrities try to talk with the normal people and they were doing such a horrible job at it. It was kind of cringe to watch. If you watch Internet Historian, you'll know. Trust me.
There is one that I can think of right now that was taken from us too soon because she had a lot of potential. Selena.
Oh, and Amy Winehouse.
Amy Winehouse.
You guys don't remember Selena? Oh my god, that was sad.
We know Selena because her best friend killed her. Yeah, her best friend killed her. Or was it?
No,
yeah, it was.
Bitty Bitty Bum Bum. And that was one of her popular songs.
I know she made some amazing music, but she
was taken away from us too soon.
Oh man, who else was it? Oh wait, Kurt Cobain.
Kurt Cobain was taken from us too early. Paul Gray from Slipknot, the bass player, was taken too early. Recently, the Foo Fighters drummer died.
And another thing, even though it's not like he was taken from us too early, but Chester Bennington.
The singer of Linkin Park too.
Freddie Mercury.
That's Chester.
Okay. See, when I suck at names, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
No, yeah, like, who else was it? Who was it? Because Chester like did that because of someone else who died. It was Audioslave. Who's the singer for Audioslave?
I don't know his name.
Because
I know the band, but I know the guitar player Tom Morello.
Yeah, the more you think about it, the more sad it gets. Okay, look, to be fair, even though this is not like a musician or anything, I still am so sad that. God, how did I forget his name? He's an actor, but I miss him so much. He was in so many good movies.
But yeah, so The ones I was very sad about that was taken away from us too early was, especially they had the potential to be more, was definitely Selena. She was taken way too early. 2, I wanted to see. I wasn't born by the time he died, but I wish I could have seen him more in Freddie Mercury, because he would have been a big inspiration to the LGBT community.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, Elton John is too. Honestly, Elton John's been gay since. But still, look, I know even though you guys might not like rap as much, still Juice WRLD was taken way too damn early. I think he was only 20 or 18. It's one of those two. He was very young.
Taken from us too early. He died from AIDS as well.
I lost a family member when I was 6 years old due to AIDS or HIV.
Yeah,
now we can live with it for the rest of your life. But
the most common thing that most music artists go through is this is what causes most of that, is ODing a lot.
Yeah.
They have a lot of drug problems. There was only one person. There's only one person I knew who came back from death, and that was Nikki Sixx, the bass player from Motley Crue, who OD'd on heroin, and yet and then a EMT saved his life by putting 2 adrenaline shots into his chest cavity, into his heart.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember him talking about that on his his show he has.
Nikki Sixx is great. I love the Motley Crue band. They're great.
You always think it's a interesting aspect. Usually in the artist world, usually most artists likes to do drugs because honestly, it's not a secret anymore. But the one band who does not accept anyone doing drugs at all is Kiss.
Oh,
like Gene Simmons
Gene Simmons did not like alcohol. I know that.
Or drugs. He does not do drugs or alcohol. He kicked 2 of the original members out of the band because of that.
Alcohol.
Wow.
But Gene Simmons
there's still one original member. The other 2 got kicked out.
Gene Simmons is still in the band. So is what was his name? Paul? Yeah, I think it was Paul.
Yeah, he's still in the band. They're both still in the band, because the original 2 got kicked out because they started doing drugs, and Gene Simmons was not having any of that. But it's funny because he is I think it was part of the reasons, because like I said, he wants to be clean. But at the same time, he's a womanizer, which is kind of funny.
That's a delicate subject nowadays.
Now, he has no problem admitting to that. He was, and he admitted it. He did have fun. But he's married now, so he's happily married, so he doesn't really do that groupie thing anymore.
I would hope so, if he's married.
Metallica, they never did drugs. They did a lot of alcohol.
Depends on the rules of their marriage as well.
I think the guitar player from Pantera, he died too young. He didn't die from OD. He just got shot.
Oh, the Rev from the Avenged Sevenfold.
Oh, the drummer.
Yeah, the drummer.
Oh, Avenged Sevenfold. Yeah.
And here's the thing: he was an amazing ass drummer. If you ever just listen to the drumming or just the drums in any Avenged Sevenfold song before he died, it is ridiculous how good he is.
Is there any well, I want to go back. No, let's change the subject a little bit. So what I'm going to suggest is now we're going to go further back. This is before rock and roll and pop music. Let's talk about orchestra music, like Beethoven.
I don't think any of us listen to that.
I did. I did. I love music. Now, but I'll tell you a fact. There is an instrument in BCE. It was I think it was an elephant tusks or an elephant bone.
A recorder.
It was a flute. It was a flute that cavemen used to play, our ancestors. That was how music formed. That's where it kind of started, from the evolution of music.
Mostly, I'm drawing a blank on this entire subject right now.
Yeah,
I know the flute tusk thing, but that's about all. I've just heard it through history, historians. That's all I've heard about it.
music movies that you like that came out? We have a lot that came out now. Elvis, Bohemian Rhapsody. What else has come out? The Motley Crue.
Anything else? I'm trying to remember. I think was there No, there was nothing based on Eddie Van Halen yet. Who else?
There needs to be a movie about Jimi Hendrix or Led Zeppelin.
Honestly,
that would be really interesting.
Actually, you know what? He's another person that was taken from us too early too. Because think about it.
Yeah.
He has so much good music.
All on the Watchtower was one of my favorite songs by him.
Even though that was technically a remix from who was it?
Yeah, it is.
But he did it. They both did it well, but he did it just a lot better.
One thing I'm curious about, we talked about music artists and people that perform, but what about music composers for movies and stuff like that?
Music posers?
Do you guys know? Yeah. No.
I have no idea their names.
Are engaged to make music. My personal favorite is, a few of them might recognize it or not, Hans Zimmer's. He made the music for Interstellar and a few other music. If you have a really good sound system with a good subwoofer integrated into your sound system, listen to Interstellar. That scene where the spaceship is spinning and they're trying to line up and dock, so intense. Using classical instrument to represent a situation in space with using the organ, which my mind is still blown. This guy is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And
in your opinion,
probably one of my favorite.
Go ahead with that.
I can't think of any movie people what their name is, but my favorite one for a game is still Halo.
The Halo Combat Evolved music, that was great.
Just any of it, I mean, the Combat Evolved music is it is still, everyone hears that sound, that song, and they know exactly where it's from. It's just so memorable. It's like the first level to Mario. It's gonna be that memorized. Exactly. Or Green Hill Zone from Sonic. Everyone's just gonna remember it.
What about Tetris?
Oh, that's one of the classic too.
True. Or the original Mortal Kombat theme song.
Oh god, that.
Yeah.
Trying to think of another one. What about
Pokemon theme song?
Oh my god, you should know that.
I want to be
Stream.
the very best, like no one ever was. God, that song.
You know that
I'm
one too
just
well.
I know everything about it. Oh yeah, you
you forget he's a Pokemon.
It's because I'm one of them. Yay!
Oh shoot, that scared the shit out of me.
Scared Andreas on the first episode I was there. It was really funny.
That's great.
Yeah, you missed that. It was great. Oh,
I love the confetti though. If I was to think of another game song that was very memorable, it would.
I don't know.
Doom.
Mega Man songs.
Okay, even though the original Doom soundtrack was good, the one made by Mick, I can't remember his name. I think it's Mick something, for the new Doom soundtrack is. Pardon the language. Is a blast to listen to. It's so
Colton
good.
is not happy because you swore twice.
Whatever, just bleep it out twice. It doesn't matter. It's still
He's gonna have to blunt me twice already.
You have to understand, listening to the soundtrack for Doom 2016 and going into the game and killing the demons, and oh my god, it fits so well because all you want to do is you get that adrenaline and you just want to destroy demons.
What about if I was to pick some heavy metal music? Helena Segman, when we played the zombie Call of Duty games. I'm not going to mention the other word.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, I love.
If you find the Easter egg for Helena Segman's music in the zombie co-op game on World at War, oh my god.
I've played so much of that. The zombie mode.
World at War
God,
and Black Ops 1. Oh my god, there's so much good music. I'm so sad when they got rid of, they didn't come back for Black Ops 2. Because Black Ops... Actually, no, yeah. they had. Oh wait, remember there was in Black Ops 1. They had a lighting segment for Wait, I can't remember the name of the maps now, but the first one, the 115, the name of the song. God, that song is good. But they also got Avenged Sevenfold to do one for the.
Oh yeah, the
Black Ops
crash
2.
plane in the ice.
No, it's one. It's Black Ops 1. But it's so good. It's
They
not
did
ready
one
to
on
die.
Black Ops 2. I remember that.
Oh yeah, that one. I remember that one. Yeah, it was for the end credits of the campaign, I think.
There was another thing that I like. Elder Scrolls music is always great to listen to, especially if you heard the Elder Scrolls 3 music or Skyrim. Like, you know the Skyrim vocal music. Dovahkiin, dun 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 dun.
So I didn't play Elder Scrolls. Seems like you're watching me waiting for me to say something. Sorry.
He looks like the type of guy that would play those games. How dare you?
No, actually,
Oh my
no.
God.
I prefer to play the futurist type of games. Like for me,
What are
Mass
you, a
Effect was my thing.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Me.
I haven't played
actually
that
haven't.
either.
It's gotten better since it came out. They've got a lot of the bugs fixes. Also, I've never played Elder Scrolls. Just to let you know.
Man, you guys
was too
are.
young
You call
to
you guys
understand it.
yourselves nerds, but you don't. I'm disappointed in all of you.
Okay,
You
I
ever
didn't
play
play
Cell
that
Damage?
much video game when I was a kid. I was tinkering. I was making air cannons and catapults in my garage and trying to not set things on fire. That's what I was doing when I was a kid. I made my own battle bots as well with my cousin, and it was crappy, but it was fun. That's what I would
That
do.
sounds
on
fun.
weekends.
What about Final Fantasy music? That's very noticeable too.
It's good. My husband
True,
listens
true.
to it a lot. He plays a few of the games. My best friend as well has played a few of them.
Actually, I was gonna say the most like from the Call of Duty games. I still remember the multiplayer menu music for Black Ops 1 and 2 very well to this day. Still, it's just very
I
recognizable.
have one. This one hits you right in the nose. How is the music in Need for Speed?
Which one? Underground 2 or 1?
I heard the Underground was the best one.
Oh no, it is. Like here's the thing: is I played 1, 2, Most Wanted, and Carbon. That's the last like Need for Speed game I ever played because EA. But the music was the best in Underground 2 to me, at least. Especially the menu music is "Riders in the Storms" by Snoop Dogg, and it
Ooh.
fits so well.
And Grand Theft Auto San Andreas intro music.
Oh, that and Vice City. Vice City has the best selection of music. Oh my god. They have everything. They have Judas Priest. They have yes.
I don't think of another song that would be good in the video game industry. But besides Guitar Hero 3 and Rock Band, I mean, but those have many songs. That's just
I
no
will say that's
The music for Rock Band 1 was really good.
I think Rock Band 2 had the best one.
I haven't played many rock bands. I think I've played.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello there, ladies and gents. Are you ready to rock?
Oh yeah, that song. Yeah. What else was a good song for intro music? I'm trying to remember. You ever played Fusion Frenzy on the original Xbox?
I love that
Oh,
game.
Yes, I loved it.
That menu
by the
music
way,
is funk.
You know what?
We haven't told people to, subscribe or something. Almost.
Yeah, well.
Hey, you mentioned it. Why don't you?
I don't think we forgot about that.
Hold on.
I'll do it next time. I'll do it next
you got
time.
this. You see Whiplash there? If you do not subscribe to this YouTube channel, he's gonna whack you with that hammer. And also be sure to hit the bell notification to be alerted for our next videos. And if you want to put down a comment, go ahead. If not, Whiplash is still gonna hit you with the hammer.
Yeah. As well, we also have officially launched our Telegram and Discord group. So you guys should click the link below.
Oh yes, our Discord and Telegram group is now public. So if you guys want to come together in our community, it's hard to be serious when he keeps saying, you could have just been like, do it.
Yeah, but I gotta keep doing it slowly.
I'm
the one. Here's the thing is,
camera.
you have to understand the one thing about the Regulus is this is still like the one update before they started doing the eye movement. Without the eye movement, it looks like I'm staring directly into your soul, trying to pick out every single bit of information that I can. To be honest.
Oh no.
Hey,
He will assimilate
hands down.
With this site.
Hands down.
This is gay.
I want to say one more thing, but before I do that, but yes, our Telegram and our Discord server is now public. So if you want to join it, it'll be in the link down in the description below. And if you want to be a part of our community and maybe do something more with Top Dogs, it's not just you being a fan. You can also work with our community as well. If you want to volunteer, and if you are interested in volunteer, you hit up Colton. He's behind the camera. You don't see him. He's behind the camera. You don't see him, but he's the cameraman.
He's the
To be honest, if you get into the chat, it's easy to find him because he's the gayest person in there.
Wow. Oh, shots fired.
I mean, you are the otter right now in front of all of us.
I mean, you have a handle on your back.
Exactly.
There's
you have a love
literally
handle
on his back. Yeah, he's wearing the harness. There's a carry handle on the, it's a pocket otter.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a pocket otter. Or whenever you want to use them as a pocket.
It's a flesh otter.
Well, I wasn't trying to go that far.
Oh my
I wasn't
God.
trying to he's a walking pocket. That's all he is.
Oh my God.
Oh, well, this is getting bleeded now, or deleted. Honestly.
No, don't delete it.
Just bleed it. Just bleed him.
Oh, yeah?
Just bleed it.
Pocket,
Just bleed it like a sheep. Bleed it like a
Pocket bleed?
Yeah,
okay,
pocket
you want
bleed.
a sheep? You want a sheep?
Yeah, just put a
Whiplash,
goat
you
on
want
it.
A sheep?
A goat is
Goat,
funnier.
What
Yeah,
do you
go.
want?
Just do pocket and then go bat.
Okay, alright, I got you.
Oh god. Oh boy.
But if there was any intro, back to the intro songs that I wanted for games, the most memorable one that stuck in my head is Call of Duty World at War's intro music. But the lady that's singing in the background,
Yes.
she's singing
know
in
Black Ops
German, I
1.
believe.
Oh, Lena Sigmund. Here's the thing is, I found out. So Lena Sigmund did all the lyrics, right? But there was only one other person in that band. He did the drums, the bass, the piano, and the guitar for every single song they made. If you
Wow,
just
that
look
guy's
at it, it's
talented.
amazing.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
there's
it's
people that
supremely
oozes
talented.
out talent. It's amazing.
And to be fair, like all those songs were like complete. Every song, there's not a bad song in any of the zombie maps, honestly, by them.
Nope. I agree.
If I was to ask you guys, if you had the ability to do this, what instrument would you play on stage, and what song would you like to play on stage? We'll start off with you, String.
Oh god. I don't know. I played saxophone when I was younger, but I didn't like it that much.
Oh. Damn.
My dad wanted me to
epic
play like the
saxophone, man.
Pink Panther. No, the Pink Panther theme song. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. That's what he.
I have such an
never learned
idea.
it.
What's yours?
Okay, as a meme gesture, play the kazoo and play "Never Gonna Give You Up, Never Gonna Give You Down."
Oh no.
Are you gonna get Rick rolled today?
Exactly. But on another standpoint, if I really wanted to play one and the guitar.
You want to play One by Metallica? Jesus Christ, that's a hard song.
It is, but if I knew how to play guitar, I wouldn't mind playing it.
You know, I would be more
One is a good
impressed.
song.
I would be more impressed if you wanted to play Through the Fire and Flames, back and forth.
Oh no.
Look, that's literally that's like wizardry. Like it is wizardry to play that song. But that's a good
They have
song though
some-
too. I can't
You
believe
know what they're
about
good
that.
at? You know what that band's
He's
good
got
at?
good fingers.
He got some good fingers.
Yeah.
Ooh, all the ladies
Yeah.
must like him.
Good.
Hell yeah.
I'm
not gonna be subtle
he's just
about
good
it.
at pulling G strings again. I'm gonna bring that joke up again. He's good at pulling the G string.
Yeah, good at pulling G strings, huh?
He also knows
He's
how
so
to-
good at pulling. He's so good at pulling them. He breaks them.
Yep,
Oh, no.
I've done that many times.
What?
I broke my G string guitar a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
I stroked it too hard with the pick.
We're like, nope. That was the wrong thing. That was the wrong button. I'm so sorry.
was that the confetti cannon?
I will not say yes nor no, but is PG rated alright?
You will plead the fifth.
I know what it is. It's
I have
it's
a lot
all the
of
voting
like,
card.
Yeah,
It's the voting. It's the voting cards since you have to deal with your prime minister in Canada.
Yeah. We have
Oh, that's
elections
right,
in
in
the province where I
Canada.
live right now. We're currently
I was gonna say,
going elections.
Yeah, you guys
So
don't
I
like
was
your prime
giving out
minister right
voting
now.
cards. Yeah, I just gave everybody a voting card. You know, of course it's that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Colton.
But I guess that will.
He's like, damn.
I guess that's gonna conclude today's episode. We'll see you guys next week on our episode. And sorry if I wasn't here last week. Hope you guys can forgive me for that.
Okay.
I heard Andrea stole the show.
You're fine. You guys
Thank
are about
you.
to do this tonight. I thought me because I was getting home late.
No, we were not. But see you guys in the next episode and take it easy. See ya.
Try to.
All right, everyone. Take care. Leg.
Well, that was a slip. The thing is, I have so many like trashy animations and props and stuff on my avatar that my radial menu is filled, and you know, I don't have a lot of like space to maneuver, so I hit the wrong one by mistake.
Was that